You make me smile. Seems like the world completely.
I think we're good. Yes. Uncle Vin is in the building. Always bringing the good word, Uncle Vin. Hope we had a prosperous day. Same to you, Unc. Glad to see you. Glad to see everybody's here. Come on in. It is Friday. It is a fabulous Friday. Feeling good this evening. Making sure everything is good. So always checking the tech, man. If y'all can both hear me and see me, by all means, let me know.
I try to ignore the signs.
Make sure we good on the Facebook side, because I think we good on YouTube, right? Family sees me there.
So high on love, ain't no coming down.
Loving it.
You make it hard for me
to
entertain the thought of someone else under me.
Get our presentation for this evening.
They gotta be something, baby, cause I know that they don't make them quite like you.
How is everybody doing? Christian, how you feel back there? Great, good. All right, just making sure.
That the sun will never shine till your presence parts the skies. Is this love that I'm feeling? I'm in love with you.
Just give me cornbread. I see you. Welcome. So good to see you here. Oh man. Friday. What is today? Friday, September the 18th. Special day happening in 2 days. I ain't gonna say what though. Drop my cap.
And though I try to ignore the signs, I can't.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
I'm so high on love, ain't no coming down. I can't imagine life without you, girl. I need you like my lungs need air to breathe. There's a Jones down in my bones for you. My lonely heart now beats for two, it beats.
All right, there we go. I think I'm all good and ready to go, y'all. So happy, man. Thank you. Welcome back for another Friday full of fun, fellowship, family, and finances, right? That's what we do every Friday here. So glad to welcome you. So glad to see everybody checking in. Yeah, man. So how your week been? Like Uncle Van always say, man, hope you had a profitable day. Hope you woke up this morning being intentional. Hope you woke up this morning and got some things accomplished, get things done, continuing to move forward. Remember, I think it was last week before last, that your favorite uncle cousin gave you the meaning of life, right? Which is to live in fullness every day. So every day that you wake up, you take it to the max. That's the goal. That is what we should have did today. So let's go ahead and let me check in and see. All right. What I see you in the building there. Brianna Smith is in the building telling secrets, but I'm glad she's keeping it real because in 2 days I'll be turning 25. Thank you, Bree, for noting that. Man, 2 days, 25. Boy, to be 25 again, man. Don't I look it right? Don't I look youthful? 25. I don't look no older or a day older than 25, right? So that's what's going to happen in 2 days. My birthday, I'll be turning 25 again. Happy. Take these off so we can enjoy our conversation. Christian, come on up here, man, so we can say good morning or good evening to the family. You know, you're always hiding behind me somehow, somewhere. Get on up here so people can see you. Look at this guy right here, right? This all of a sudden want to be grown man, right? Like, you know, remember when he was born. Such a shy little thing, didn't really want to go to nobody except for me and his uncle. Now he just think what'd you call yourself, the GOAT? Is that what it is? He's like the GOAT now, right? Like this? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying. So, man, anyway, Say something to your family, brother.
Hello, family. Wonderful evening. Hope you're having a good evening. It's 6 o'clock. I'll be on the game right now.
On the game? What
on
game?
The game. My PS4.
I'm lost. Okay.
He too old to get it. He turned in like 40.
25, bro. Don't be, go in the back, get in the back. Anyway, look, we got a lot of things to talk about tonight. So we gonna go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna go ahead. You want to bring an intro, or can I bring an intro video?
I'm gonna do that.
You go do that. We gonna let him bring an intro
You
video.
did the titles?
We did come in after.
Where the video at? Hold on.
Intro video.
Where?
See right
I
there.
see.
Alrighty, we are back, man. Thank you once again, everybody who's joining in. I see Natalie. Who else is here? Give me cornbread. I don't know where they got this 40 from. I am turning 25. Like Brianna Smith said in the comments, she knows that's my cousin, that's my family, turning 25 this evening. But if you are just tuning in and you have no idea who these individuals are standing in front of you, please allow me to introduce myself and welcome you to the Self-Employed Tax Guys YouTube channel. My name, put it on the screen here. You can see it is right here. Tyrone Gregory, the Self-Employed Tax Guy. And as of now, I am your favorite Uncle Cousin. And as always, I am honored and such joy to be joined here by my oldest son, my middle child, Mr. Christian Gregory, who has a problem with the way his name is displayed, but that's the one he picked, right? So
That's you got a whole character in yours. I want a character too.
well, now he want a character. Lord, yeah, okay, we gonna see, man. So yes, welcome to the show this evening, man. I'm glad to see everybody checking in. So tonight we not gonna be long, because I know every time I'm always going right to 7 o'clock with the content. Want to make sure that I try to leave some time for phone calls just in case. As a matter of fact, y'all let me know up front, right? Is there anybody that wants to call in this evening? Let me know, and I'll make sure that I put the number up on the screen there, or Christian, you can see it in the comments while I'm talking, and he'll let me know. Speaking of comments, if there's any comments that are missed or that didn't make it or I didn't see, we're going to blame this guy right here, because that is his job, is to help me moderate these comments. So, man, yes. So, what's going on, boy? Samantha on Facebook, I see you. Appreciate you checking in, coming in and joining us. I definitely see you there. This is fun. So let us get to the topic. Let me bring it up here. So wait. Before we really get to the topic, I got to put this on here. Because y'all see my shirt, right? Right? You see what it says? Like, life is tough, but so is my mom. So the story behind this shirt, I'm going to put this picture up here as I tell this story. So here's the picture of me, my mother, and my brother, right? And it's truly amazing, because how this shirt came to be, last month was my mother's birthday. We celebrated her birthday in August. And it was more than just a birthday celebration. It honestly was a celebration of life, because at that time she had just finished everything she needed to become an official survivor of breast cancer, right? So cancer didn't win, she did, which is the reason of the shirt. But we celebrated that in that month of August. And last week, she decided that she wanted to celebrate the fact that we celebrated her, right? She kind of wanted to reverse it on us. And so during that celebration, we met up and she gave me this shirt. And I said, absolutely right. Life is tough, but my mom is tougher. Much appreciated her. As you can see, me and my brother, we look like we just like two of the baddest kids to raise, right? But we good kids. We were good boys. I'm sure we gave her lots of hell. You know, lots of things. We put lots of gray hair on mom, but she survived, and she got 2 good boys, right? So definitely wanted to celebrate moms tonight. Shout out to her for being so strong, because she's the reason why I am here, reasons Christian's here. So we celebrate her strong life tonight. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get right to the topic of tonight. What's it worth? We are going to really take a deep dive. Like, we're going to go deep into where does value come from? Where does the ideal, like, how do we place value on material things, right? And the reason I wanted to do this is because when we talk about how do we price our products, price them enough as to where, one, they're profitable for us, right? I mean, because that's the whole point. And then also, how do we price them enough to where they're valuable to other people? And not even that. Where does value come from? Like, who says that this particular item should be worth this price, right? Who determines that? Because nothing, should I say, nothing is really made. I mean, there's a few ways to sit up here and determine the value, right? You can, of course, take the amount that you paid for it, right, including labor costs, sales, and everything that it costs to produce your product or service, and then you can mark it up by whatever amount, right? There's definitely one way that you can price and put a value tag on something. But then, you know, there's some things just automatically have value attached to it based on a few factors. So I want to discuss that tonight because, again, the whole point of me doing this show and being on YouTube and educate, I want y'all to be some business savages, right? I want you to be the absolute best that you can be, which is why we're here. So if we can really take this, right? And again, this is just like the tip of the iceberg. There is so many things that goes into value, but I'm definitely going to give you the functional foundation so you can take and build upon these things and create extreme value. And so before we get started, I want to look at a couple of things that have extreme value. And let's start with this one. How many of you in the audience know what that is? Ladies, chime in if you're free, right? Even in the comments, if you're watching this later during the replay, how many of you recognize that? Do you know what that is? Right? It's a purse, obviously, right? It's a handbag for a woman, but it's a specific kind of bag. And I'm just waiting for a few minutes to see if anybody knows. Christian, if anybody's typing in the comments, let me know. Christian's laughing. That means somebody is saying something. But Uncle Vin says that's a purse. Yes, it's a purse. See, me and you, it's just a purse. You know, it does what it's a bag that a woman could put something in, right? That's what it is. Oh, Natalie, look at Natalie. Natalie, the fact that you know says something about you in your fashion sense. She says, is that a Birkin bag? Is that what I'm seeing? And you know what? She right. It's a Birkin bag. Anybody else besides Natalie never heard of a Birkin bag? And like, again, me and Uncle Vin, we like, it's a purse. But no, Unc, it's more than a purse. That is a Birkin bag. Right? And here's the thing about this Birkin bag. It's very interesting because I'm going to show you something, because as of this video, when I was doing the research, this particular bag, the one that you're seeing right here, right? The one that's right there, currently retails for $25,950. That's a purse. That purse is currently retailed at $25,950. As a matter of fact, that's on the low end, I do believe. I was doing research and I saw one that was valued at $72,000. I saw a Birkin bag, and again, it's Birkin bags by Hermes. Okay, it's just these particular bags only that are retailing this high. And I saw one when I was doing the research again. There was somebody that paid $500,000, $500,000 for a bag. Yes, for a Birkin bag. Even Christian is like, what?
That's a car. That's a couple of cars.
That's the $500,000 is a house. So somebody is walking around with a house. They're carrying a house, right? At $500,000, somebody is carrying a house.
Just to lose it if they put it down.
Yeah, a bag. And so we have to ask the question. I mean, let's look at this bag, right? Let's really look at it. Let me make it extremely big. There is nothing really, truly, visually, that is, different about this. It doesn't even have a logo on it. The word Hermes or the word Birkin is not there. It's where is it? Like, Natalie recognized it. She must have one, right? So because she knows what it is. But what is so special? Why is this bag $25,000? Why did one sell for $500,000? Who knows? Who put the value on that bag? Where did that value come from? And once we explore why, can you do the same thing? Can you put such a value on what you're offering as to where somebody would pay a house for it? Something to think about. I'll move on to the next one. Let's talk about these things here. Diamonds. The things that shine, right? Girls' best friend, diamonds. It's truly amazing how diamonds become valuable. Because from what I uncovered in my research, diamonds really aren't worth anything, which is very interesting. The fact that those who are in the industry, those who manufacture, those who mine for them, really don't place a value on them. We do. But why? I've always thought that man was just attracted to things that glimmered and shined anyway, right? Like that goes back to when man was first created. We something that shiny, like, ooh, shiny, gimme. That's just it. It's like we like things that shine. But diamonds compared to what? Cubic zirconia, they shine the same, really. Now don't go off on me because I'm not into jewelry and diamonds like that. Somebody's probably in their mind saying that cubic zirconia compared to diamond, I must be out of my mind. And I could be, right? Because, I don't get into the bling, okay? But what makes diamonds something that in the industry is not valued as much, but for those, for the consumers, place a lot of value on a diamond? Why? Like I said, in doing my research, I saw a couple of documentaries with some jewelers, right? And the jewelers was saying that normally when people put diamond on things, it devalues. It brings down the value of the thing that the diamond is being put on. And I was like, wait. I'm confused. If I was to buy, and I think they gave an example of like a Rolex or a gold necklace, and they say, if you take a Rolex and you ice it out, Right? Am I using the proper term? Is that what it's called? Iced out? Okay, I got to make sure because my kids say my language ain't there no more. So if you ice it out,
Bust it down.
or bust it down, you better not have me saying nothing wrong on this line. Anyway, if you ice it out, bust it down, whatever the lingo is, you bring that item's value down. You're not bringing it up by adding diamonds. And I was like, wait, what? Diamonds, they make diamonds seem like it's the thing to have. It costs millions and all this. But if you put diamonds on certain things, it does not increase the value. It actually brings it down. So where does the value of a diamond come from? Again, we are going to explore all of this because obviously, as I've always said, and I'm always saying, I really want you to understand that we are always dealing with humans. At the end result of everything that we do, it's a human on the other side of that, right? And if we understand that it's a human on the other side of that, and we understand how humans work, think, operate, and we can get into that and we can become part of that program, then we ourselves and the products and services that we sell can be just as valuable. If we understand how things like diamonds that really don't have a value yet creates a value works. Okay? Next, the Mercedes. Man, the luxury car here in the U.S. It's bomb, right? Everybody, you see everybody dipping in they S-Class or they AMG or they whatever it is, and they pull up and they good. What'd you say, Chris?
Tesla.
Or Tesla, right? Well, okay, we ain't talking about Tesla. We talking about Mercedes. Because as of right now, Mercedes is still an expensive car. But it's very interesting that Mercedes can cost money, but over in Germany, where they're made, right, where the home of Mercedes is a German car, in the home state or the home country of Germany, they use them as taxis. They don't value them the way that we do. Look at that, right? We see that this picture, this Mercedes, it's all at a nice angle, wax job, it's shiny. Again, there goes someone else in this shiny stuff, right? It's bust down, Christian, is that it? Can I say a car is bust down? Maybe, no. Anyway, don't think so. I can't use that term in that context. Okay. Anyway, the car looks good here, right? It makes you say, I want that, right? It has something. It's a value. It means something. But in its home state, taxi, please. No value there. That's a whole row of Mercedes as taxis in Germany. So why is it just a taxi over there, but over here, it is a luxury vehicle? It don't cost as much as an Hermes Birkin bag, but it's still up there. So I am curious to know, right, why that is. And last thing, because this one here really blew my mind. The Lobster, this delicious crustacean, the lobster. It's amazing that back in the day, the lobster did not. Oh, wrong button. Let me put these back on here. The lobster didn't have much value to it. Matter of fact, it was at some point in time, like in the early 1800s, the lobster was considered the cockroach of the sea. Had absolutely no value to it. People, saw them and they was like, ugh, cockroaches of the sea. A lobster. Put that back up here. Look at that. But now it's a delicacy. Now it costs a lot. But like I said, back in the day, a lobster was considered a cockroach, and it was actually fed to prisoners. Like, that's just how devalued a lobster was back in the day. It was prison food, slop, gross. Give it to the worst of our society. And now, add a lobster tail to a steak dinner. How much you think you gonna pay for it? A lot. But what changed? Lobsters didn't. They look the same exact. There was no evolution as to where they went from looking one way to another. There was no any kind of anything changed to a lobster from the time when they were considered roaches and worthy of prison food to now being served with the greatest of steaks in such demand that, you know, you pay a lot of money to get some. There's a whole restaurant named after it. Red Lobster. Just in case you didn't know, I don't know, maybe you heard of Red Lobster where you are, maybe you haven't. But there is a whole restaurant named after these things, the Red Lobster. So what, put me on here, what really made the change? Of all the things that I've named, and I'm sure we can name more. I'm sure we can talk about Christian, you know, on the way to the office, he was telling me that the new iPhone that's coming out is supposed to be a hefty ticket. How much you say it was going to be? Like what? 12,000. Now, that seems a little excessive. But with iProducts or with Apple products, I tend to believe it's going to be up there. But they'd be crazy if they put a product out there for 12,000. But at the same time, I believe that if they did put a phone for $12,000, somebody would buy it. And so why? What makes that thing valuable? And again, we're dealing with humans. On the other side of every transaction, on the other side of everything that we encounter in life, is another human. Nothing sophisticated. There is no algorithms, no computer thinking to think about, nothing of this. And I know we want to depend on technology and all of that, but we're dealing with humans. So the only thing we need to do is figure out why. I love the question why is beautiful. I love it. It's why? Why did they value that? Uncle Vin says perception and rarity. Natalie says that trendy, right? So trends, perception, reality, scarcity, supply and demand. Is that true? Miss Gimme Cornbread says marketing. Okay, I'm getting a lot of good answers because all of that is true. But how can we implement that in our products and services? How does that happen? Okay, so good. I'm making good time. Let me get back to the desktop here. Let's do this. So here we're gonna talk about really what creates value, what creates, and based on everything that Uncle Vin said, Natalie, give me cornbread, absolutely true. To me, words create value. Think about that. Words. The words that we say, because I can't stress this enough, the fact that we are dealing with other humans. No matter what product or service that you have, on the other side of it is a human. Whether you're B2B, B2C, C2C, SaaS, SaaS, whatever kind of industry, on the other side is a human. Even when we're dealing with artificial intelligence, those things are created for the benefit of a human. So words, the things that we hear, the things that come from someone else or something else, that sound, that vibration that enters into our ear, goes somewhere in the brain and translates that into an emotion, into a thought, into a feeling. Words. So if we're looking to grow and scale our businesses, we have to be mindful of the words. Now, I think we kind of talked about this last week and we were dealing with SEO. Key words. Long tail words. Words. Everything that is going to translate into an emotion for the person we want to buy. But what words do we use? That's the question. On your website, not even on your website, but I'm gonna say like in digital print, digital marketing, this is called your copy. COPY, your sales copy, your marketing copy. The combination of words that are specifically put together to paint a picture, to tell a narrative, to tell a story, to sell your product, to gain interest, your copy, your words, right? That's what it is. I want to use this here is the example. This was, remember I said diamonds have no value. And back in, as we can see here, it says in 1947, right? So before 1947, and you can do your research on this, diamonds was like, that industry was going away. Nobody was buying diamonds. Could have been because of the recession. People had no money, didn't really want to invest in whatever. They didn't value diamonds the way that they do now. But in 1947, words changed that. Again, I'm repeating myself because before this ad came out in 1947, diamonds had no value. Their value wasn't there. The industry was dying. The industry was struggling. Those in the industry were panicking because nobody was buying a diamond. But in 1947, the De Beers Marketing Company put together words that drastically changed the industry that we are still being affected by today. Let's look at the words that it says there. Let me make it full. How can you make 2 months' salary last forever? Wow. And you know what? Hold on. Before because I'm going to be honest. This particular wording was targeted towards men. 1947, right? The majority of the working industry was by males. Majority of the women were at home, doing great things at home. So this ad, how can you make 2 months worth of salary last forever? That was to a man. And so not only did they put together words, they knew who those words were going to affect. If back then, if we could look at inflation now, but you put a couple of $100 aside, that was a couple of thousand back then. So you sitting up here talking to a man who works hard. Back then, there was a lot of industrial, right? Not a lot of tech. Not a lot of working from home, not a lot of just typing on the computers, have to use their hands, right? Like physical, laborious work. They come home tired, beat up, look at their wife and they say, I want to do something special for you because when I come home, I have nothing to worry about. Everything is taken care of. So I want to do something special for you. See, De Beers knew that. Well, how can we put words together to get to these men? Yeah, take 2 months of your salary and make it last forever. And then they came out with the slogan. We see it right there. A diamond is forever. That right there, that slogan revolutionized the diamond industry till this day. That slogan, those words, 4 words. A diamond is forever. Only took 4 words to completely change the trajectory of an entire industry. A diamond is forever. And now, diamonds are everywhere. Even though they don't have value, they are everywhere. Right? And then what amazes me is this article goes on to say, this was the article I read about how this really changed everything. It goes on to say this: the diamond is forever became more than just a tagline. Right? Let me blow this up so we can see it clearly here. It says, at the very last one, I got it highlighted, right? It created not just a desire, but a need. You can read more, but I really wanted to focus on that point, putting that word, 4 words, created a desire and a need. Wow. Words are powerful, right? It's like we have to pay attention because this is nothing new. We've heard that, the pen is mightier than the sword. Be careful of the words that you speak. Words this, the tongue is mightier than the sword. We've been told all our lives just how powerful words are. And here we have an example. An industry that was dying. Somebody came up with a diamond is forever. And as it says, it created a desire that turned into a need. Think about that. They just didn't, shiny diamonds. It went from, shiny diamond. I need that. And when something becomes a need, people will do any and everything to get to it. I need that. It's funny, I hear that from my kid. Dad, I need that. No, you don't. You want it. But there's something that they saw, something that they heard, some words that they heard that created a desire in their mind that turned into a need. Right? Keep that in mind. Go back. Even if you've built your website, you've already built your product, you built your service, you have maybe had it for years already. Go back and look at the words you're using to describe and engage your customer with your product. Is it creating a desire and a need? Consider that. Think about that. That's the first thing we're going to do to get that. Next, Uncle Vin said it. Perception. What we perceive creates in us a desire in our needs. Perception is everything. I say that to my kids a lot, to my family. I'll be like, perception is everything. Perception, again, is what I see. I can only perceive what I visually see. Perception. Something me and my wife talk about when we're dealing with the kids, because I would say, man, y'all always on your phone. And their argument is, no, we not. I'm like, well, that's all I see. Now, granted, y'all may not be on the phone during the time when I'm here at the office and at work, but when I come home and walk through the doors and that's all I see, that's my perception. Perception is 1,000% based on visualization. So we know we got words that we hear that triggers emotion, and then we got what we see that triggers. So what are people seeing? What are they perceiving when it comes to our product and service? Let's go back to the diamond. Who is that? That's one of them Kardashians. I don't know her name. Which one that is? Kourtney, thank you. Kourtney Kardashian. She got the big diamond ring. Here's perception. That's a visual, right? So what happens in society, because we want to be perceived the same as those people who are influencers, who are famous, who got it going on. We want to be like that. So if she got the big diamond, I got to have it. I need it. So how do we, and I feel like it's kind of bad, right? Like a form of manipulation, but let's be honest, it is. Anybody who'd ever studied marketing or took even a general business class understood that this type of marketing is manipulative, because they are going to use the famous people to say, oh, look, they got it. Don't you want to be like them? Remember the old Jordan commercial? Don't you want to be like Mike? Of course I want to be like Mike. So if I get what Mike has, that makes me like Mike. That's funny. I wonder how many kids out there got Jordans but can't shoot a basketball. It's called what?
What was that thing by Gatorade? It was Gatorade. I think it was Be Like Mike.
Yeah, be like Mike. And everybody out there went and bought everything Michael Jordan had, but nobody ended up being like Mike. Manipulation. So when we look at the stars, right? Diamonds have no value, according to the industry, according to the jewelers. But put it on somebody famous, and the value skyrockets. Now everybody has to have it. The industry goes up. The jewelers are making money. It's absolutely amazing. So not only is it the words, the perception. And while I'm talking this, I want you to think about, how can you put your product or service, how can you match it with an influencer? That's the goal today, right? Like, influencers are all over the place at this point. Anybody on Instagram with more than 10,000 followers is an influencer. Matter of fact, they got a blue check that makes them certified. I don't really know exactly how that works, but you know, if you get more than 10,000 followers, you get the blue check mark. That makes you an influencer. And remember, we are dealing with humans. So the goal to connect, right? The word thing you can do yourself. Diamonds are forever. Come up with a 4-point slogan that's going to really trigger a desire and have that desire turn to need. That's something you can do yourself. Go over your copy, okay? But the perception, something we may need assistance with. So here's what you want to do. Reach out to an influencer, right? Somebody you might, you know, luckily if you know somebody that knows somebody, you may be able to find a famous person to rock your product and put it out there in the people. But if not, reach out to an influencer. Some you may have to pay, or some you can negotiate with. Influencers are influencers for a reason, because a lot of them want to be seen. So if your product can enhance their image, right? So it's a win-win. You know, if you put the copyright when you email them, you say, hey, I think this would be a good fit. They wear it, show it. Next thing you know, oh, what is that? Where you get that from? I need that. Becomes a need. So you got to get it into your product or service. And even if you get an influencer to talk about your service, you'll be good. I've seen it happen. And it is just very, very interesting. I remember the story of Damon John, the one who created FUBU. His brand got so big, he said he hustled hard to get his clothing to LL Cool J. And when he told his story, the copy, the words, he told his story to LL Cool J, and LL Cool J decided to wear a FUBU shirt. The perception, the influencer, FUBU took off. So again, as of right now, the goal is to get your words together, get your perception together. Now, all this thing we're talking about value, because value is created by the humans who are going to receive it. Okay? The next thing is, let me put it back up here. Let's get back to it. Status. Are you fly? As Christians say, are you bust down? Right? I don't know what other terms there are out there. Okay? But status. Who's in the who? Does your product and everything put people in the status? Are they famous? Are they connected? Are they, when you walk into the room, everybody like, hey, there goes such and such. Hey, there go, look, there go Uncle Vin. Ooh, look at Gimme Cornbread. Ooh, Natalie. She the one that made that stuff that got my lips popping. Right? Status. So how do we give status? That's what you got to think about. So again, just to recap, we need words. We need perception, but we also need our product to give people a certain status, the status quo. They need to be recognized because of us, because of something that we've done, something that we've did, because a product that we made, a product they produced, it made them fly. Once we've done that, then we got value. I'm going faster because I'm almost at 10 minutes. Scarcity. Again, something Uncle Vince said. Perception and scarcity. But that is true. If we have something that no one else has, it becomes of value, especially if it's wanted. See, two things diamond industry did after they did the words and the perception, they made it appear as if diamonds were scarce. They made it appear as if diamonds were not that much in production. Like there was no, they were scarce. They were rare, right? There was not a lot of stock in diamonds. We didn't have a warehouse. But I remember one documentary I watched, it said they got warehouse full of diamond and they drip them out every so often. Right? They filter them out. Like they got, stacks of diamonds, but when they issue them a little bit at a time. Right? They give you just a little bit because they're creating scarcity, even though it doesn't really exist. We have a surplus of diamonds that exists, but we're creating scarcity. The thing with the Birkin bag, you just can't walk into any store and be like, okay, yeah, let me get that Birkin right there. Birkins are scarce. They're rarely made, right? They're handmade, right? And then they use, particular products, right? Like I even heard that there's a Birkin bag out there that's made from an albino alligator. Now that I believe is scarce. So that one may be true. An albino alligator. I've never even seen an albino alligator, let alone that, which is, if you think about it, is messed up. If the albino alligator was rare, they killed it just to make a bag. Animals. But anyway, scarcity. How can you, and in the terms of, let me go back to scarcity here, because it's something that we hear a lot. FOMO. Now this is a marketing tactic, right? Or sales tactic. FOMO, F-O-M-O. Fear of missing out. And we have that. Fear of missing out is something that can be applied to us a lot. Like, man, am I missing out on something? Or like last week, or was it week before last, I was talking about that book, the 475 tax deductions, right? It creates a fear of missing out to a lot of individuals because people are like, man, on average, I'm only deducting about 15 things. This book is telling me there's 475. What am I missing out on? So there's a fear of missing out. And so people buy that book because of the fear of missing out, which is slightly different from scarcity. But if we can create value by saying, you know, this is unique, right? This is not a lot available, limited stock, right? So again, words, my people, words, we're using words. Keywords and limited, unique, rare, you know, whatever words that can create the sense of scarcity, that can create the fear of missing out. I'm about to tell a secret, industry secret, so don't kill me. You ever get like sign up for a course, a digital course, an email, and they be like, seats are limited and get in now, right? And I was thinking to myself, like, it's digital, it's online, it's housed somewhere. How is it limited? If I wanted to buy it, just give it to me. It's a digital copy. How was there a limitation? But people fall for the okie doke. You know, it's digital. There is no limited copy, but people will use that in their marketing tactic. And granted, not all of that is false, right? Because, you know, there is something that I'm working on that is a digital product, but there is going to be limits to it. I can only take so many people a week, and that's a limit that I'm placing. Right? Of course, the technology, I can have as many people as I want on there, but to make it genuine, to make the interaction, you know, effective, I'm limiting it to a certain amount of people per week. So am I going to use that in my marketing, saying that I am limiting the amount of space? You best believe it. I'm going to create that fear of missing out. This is going to be true. And I'm going to let people know up front, yes, this is a digital product. Many people, as they want to, can have it. But for this particular aspect of their product, I'm personally limiting that amount because I want to be effective. I want to be genuine. And I can't do it with 100 people. So I'm going to create that fear of missing out. All right. Last one here, when we talk about creating value, is what are the results? What is the end, right? Remember P90X? Y'all remember that workout program, P90X, and everything that followed it as far as exercise and working out from home? Do you know why P90X became so successful for the time that it did reign? Because it showed the result. Yeah, it could be, coupled with, and I'm going to say coupled with the amount of commercials that it saw, because P90X was like, it was like a TV show, right? You see it all the time. It was like watching an episode, people in there working out. But what you didn't see was unhealthy people working out. You didn't see people with big bellies, you know, flabby arms. You didn't see unhealthy people working out. P90X, all you saw was fit people using their products. Again, going back to perception, but the perception was the result. You saw the end result of what P90X was doing. You didn't see the process. You didn't see the struggle. You didn't see the pain. You saw the end result. And in your mind, you're like, yeah, that's what I want. Ooh, I want to be buff. Don't be laughing at me, boy. I'm just saying. Did anybody say they wanted to call you? See anything like that? So, the result. So, in summary, because it's 6:55, make sure that if you want to create value for your product, and again, this could be for a service too, because most of the time it's for something physical something tangible that people can wear. Or not wear, but, you know, can touch. That's a lot of things, time where high value comes from. but you can create high value and service. Using the combinations, be mindful of the words, which we call the copy. Again, I encourage you, go back, look at your copy, look at things that you've written, see if you can rechange that. I have the copywriter's handwriting book. I forget the author of it, but in that book, it tells a story how one famous copywriter, he was there was two beer companies right here in the U.S. One was leading the charts, and this other beer company maybe was like number 30 or somewhere way down the line. But this one individual, he went in and he changed the copy of the sales of that beer company and brought that beer company to number 2 just by changing the wording. So I don't care how long you've been doing business, go back and revisit your copy, your sales copy, your marketing copy. Look at the words that are being expressed on your website, your social media, your flyers, your marketing material. Look at your copy. Does it create desire? And sometimes because it's you, take your own eyes off of it and ask somebody else. Have somebody else look at it, because we are prideful. We'll look at it and be like, I know I did that right. Ooh, if I read that, I know I would buy. Well, you know, you are you. Get somebody else to read it. Then the perception, find you an influencer. Let that be a mission. Who fits your product? Who your product will be a good fit for? It has to make sense. Don't just go find anybody. Find an influencer, somebody who can create that perception that would make good sense for your visual, your product. So yeah, your copy, your words, then the status. Make it seem as if your product gives people status. It makes them famous. Does it make them feel good about themselves? Does it give them confidence? That's why the beauty industry is such a huge industry, because the status that it gives people, how it makes people feel, the confidence that it gives them by utilizing their products. Make your product do the same. Then there's the scarcity. Somehow, some way, just don't, the masses, right? Like unless, because scarcity, you know, make that a scarce tactic, right? Because that definitely seems a little bit manipulative. If you have a surplus, you know, give it to them if they want it. Just make sure that the other things are in play. And then the result. Always show the result of what your business does for people. That comes in the form of testimonies. It comes in the form of, you know, videos. Nowadays, you can show a video of somebody using it, getting that result. Do that. Do that. And from there, you will create value. All right? So, it's almost 7 o'clock. I'm going to stop it now. I don't think anybody wanted to call, so I don't need to put the number up there. Any comments that I missed, Christian? Anything I need to pay note to, pay attention to?
No, sir, we all straight.
We all straight?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good.
Great night tonight.
Great night tonight? Oh, man, good. Let's see here. Let's see. Gimme Cornbread says, so many of my clients ask me to add calls to action to their content. Yeah, call to action is good. Everybody needs a call to action. You know, we know what if you don't know what a call to action is, it's pretty much like click here to learn more. Sign up now. Get it today. Don't miss out. Something that tells people what to do. Because again, dealing with humans, some of us need to be told exactly what to do. Like I'm going to tell y'all, share this video. Click the button, subscribe, give a thumbs up on Facebook, right? Those kind of things. And then people will do it. That's it, that's all. So man, I appreciate everybody joining me tonight, this Friday. What else here? What else I want to talk about? It was something else. Speaking of Miss Gimme Cornbread, that young lady right there is full of surprises. And she has a lot going on. I'm gonna put her out and put her on blast because I invited her. We had a conversation the earlier part of this week, great conversation. And like I said, she is so full of surprises. And I have invited her to come on to the stream and teach us some things about what she do. So let's all put the pressure on Miss Gimme Cornbread so she can come on here and teach us a few things, right? Yeah, so what else? Oh, next week, for sure. Make sure that you are here because we are going to have fun talking about family and friends and business, right? Friends, family, and business. Do they mix? And that special guest who's going to be joining me for that one, which is going to be happening next Friday, is going to be Mr. John Phillips of Create Simple Meals. And you know, that guy, you might not have the kids around for that episode, but he promised he going to be good. So let's just hope he keep his promise, but it definitely appears that there's going to be an entertaining one again. Join me here for next Friday where we talk about friends, family, and business and how they mix. Get your questions together. You know, definitely want to make that one interactive. Phone calls coming through and everything. So yeah. All right. Let's see here. Gimme Cornbread says she's scared. No. Just give me cornbread. Ain't gonna be no scared. You gonna come over here and we gonna have some fun. I'm confident in you based on our conversation. I think it'd be absolutely amazing to have you here to teach what you are going to teach. Is something that everybody in business, whether you in business or if you're just trying to get clarity, period, in life to move forward, to be extremely successful, you need to be here when Miss Gimme Cornbread decides to come on. So let's all encourage her, talking about she's scared. She gonna come on and it's gonna be good. She's an excellent teacher. I know just based on our conversation, and I think I'm excited for it. But next Friday for sure, family, friends, business, do it mix. Again, I'll be joined here with Mr. good friend of mine, Mr. John Phillips of CreateSimpleMeals.com, which, by the way, his website is up. You know, go show him some love. Go check it out again, CreateSimpleMeals.com. He did it, built his website. To me, it looks absolutely amazing. I love how it works and everything. But, you know, show some love on that one. And, yeah, I think that's it pretty much. So let's go ahead and get ready to phase on out because it's 7 o'clock. And Christian, anything you want to say? Perfect. So anything you want to say? Yeah, you can come on up. Mac and Bill said, is there anything of value for a person that's a Forex trader? I mean, are you trying to get people to, I mean, I don't do Forex trading. I hear about it, but I mean, you can teach a class on Forex trading and get people who are interested in that. That's a way to create value around it. But I don't think you can really create value of the products that you're trading. That's up to the company, right? Which is why we do our research when we're getting into the stock market and trading, because we want to see if the companies that we're betting on, are they creating value? Because based on their value, that determines our money. So definitely want to do that. So don't worry about it. Miss Coach, I see you here. Don't worry. You always go back and watch the replay. We good to go. So again, as y'all can see here on the screen, make sure that follow me on Facebook. Check out the Instagram for just the crazy stories of my life and things that happen randomly. You know, like finding a remote control near the cereal boxes and things like that. That's what you find on Instagram. Subscribe here if you're new to the YouTube channel, because this is the type of content that is here. And yeah, I don't know what to say. Anything else? So I'm going to let Christian go ahead and end it out, and we'll be good to go.
I'm just going to say, you know, you put me on the spot.
Put you on the spot. Let me ask you a question. Why do you value these things? Like, how does that bring you value? Like, what does that do for you? I'm curious.
What does this do for me?
Yeah, what does that do for you?
Honestly, I don't know, to be honest.
You just had to have it. Perception, it just made you thought you was.
Yeah, but sometimes, you know.
Did this bust you down?
You know, sometimes when you keep gold and stuff and save it for the future, you can sell it for more.
Oh my God, okay. Now he acted like he an investor, okay. I heard that term. It's called ratchet investing, ain't it?
From you made that term.
I made that term, okay.
But I just want to say, you know, good night, family. Hope you had a great night, you know. Very long. Very long.
It's only been hours. It ain't been long.
Hours long, man. Long. But hope you had a great night, and yeah.
Yeah? Okay. All right, family. Well, that is it for me. Thank you for.
Show me up, man.
That's it for us. We appreciate you being here, man. We love y'all. We hope y'all have a prosperous week. Get ready for next week. Remember, be intentional every day. Live life to the max because that is the purpose of life, to live in fullness every day. And to end it, I'm going to leave y'all with the thought of the day, and I will see you next week.